back at it again. Will this be the last day? Will this be the last episode of this hybrid? I don't know, but we'll soon find out. One thing I sort of thought of after, and it should be okay. I don't know, we'll see. But the fuel tank lines, I'm not sure if they're going to be long enough. They might be, but we'll see. Worst case, just get some new fuel lines. Alright, so what I'm going to do today or now is fit up this throttle brake servo with a linkage, put the tank on, put the pipe on, and hopefully we can give it a go. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Alright, the plate's on, servo on, linkages are on. Had to sort of stuff around with the lever here. Normally I think it's the other way around because you can go closer to the engine, but with this setup it was hitting this little bolt, just wasn't working out, so I flipped it around, gave me a bit more clearance there. What else did I do? And then this lever for the choke would hit, so I'd fold that down a bit on an angle, so that's all good. I did turn down the EPA on the brake because everything's flexing, so I might still be able to turn it down a little bit. There's still a little bit of movement, but what do you do? I could probably fit a little bit more of a tube here, a little bit longer, and that'll absorb a little bit of the braking. I've got a heap of a rod still that I can push down, so I could put something over here, but not too far because then it'll hit. So I've got a little bit of room still. Alright, pipe in, bit of a mission. A little unfortunate with this pipe. I do hope it doesn't affect this pipe, but I cut this piece off because it's just, the direction was just wrong. I could get it re-welded so it actually goes out like that. I might do that at some stage. That's not impossible. My brother's done this for me in the past, so I could, you know, but what it was doing, it was going straight into the servo, or if I adjusted a bit higher up, straight into the switch. It's just, nah. So, pipes in. Again, a lot of people just use the Baja setup, and if they do so, they can just put a rear pipe on and there's no issues. So put a bracket up here, nice and sturdy, a little bit of flex still, but good enough. So now I'm about to put the tank in. The lines might just make it, so I'll do that now and see how we go. Right, I think it's close to being done. I did notice that these steering balls are cactus. Got to say, this RC, this Losi 5T was well used before I bought it. I've hardly used it. Notice I've got a bit of a leak in the fuel seal here. I'll have to get that and get a new seal. Put the wheels on, see if all the adjustments are correct, throttle, steering and all that, and then see if we can start it, eh? And once I know it's all going good, I'll get rid of all this front shafts, maybe diff as well. Alright, this is going to be the first start. So yeah, that went really well. I didn't want to go full throttle. It was actually it was up there in the throttle. But I didn't hear the second gear kick in, so... And I didn't really want to test it out on the streets. The brakes sort of went out on this. Not too sure what the go is, but every time I brake, the throttle moves. So it must be something to do with the linkages. It must be binding up somewhere. So I've got to work that out. Oh no! These aren't even that old, these tyres. Useless. Absolutely useless, these tyres. I couldn't put the Losi wheels on the back because, you know what, I'll show you. Yeah, so the wheel difference is, you know, that's why it's sitting on an angle a fair bit. If I was to put a Losi wheel on, and that's all the way in the hex, well, it's all the way in, and these are extenders. It doesn't give you enough to put a wheel nut on it. Wheel nut, the wheel nuts come loose as it is when you've got a heap of thread on them, so if you got near nothing, yeah, they're not going to last long. And I haven't got any other Baja rear wheels with tyres, and they're smaller again. I could use, they might be a bit taller. Not much. That's why you can't put the Losi wheels on the back, and it makes a big difference to the height putting those other road tyres on. So that is why I cannot put these on. The, what do you call it? The extenders helped heaps, obviously, to bring the wheels out, because the offset of the Losi wheels would have hit here otherwise. But yeah, now it's not enough thread. The Losi ones just come out more by about 5mm. But oh well. So I'll try and work out this linkage, and hopefully I can work it out. Oh, just revved the shit out of it to see if it was going to go into second gear, and now I've got an engine noise. Something clunking around. Just for bloody 2-speeds, I don't know. I'll rip out this flywheel side and see if there's anything loose there. Go from there, I guess. Alright. You finally complete something and then you got to pull it apart. I'm telling you, this hobby's testing me. Alright, so I found out that this flywheel is actually loose. So I don't know what loosened it up. I don't know if it was this nut that loosened up, but that was pretty much banging around. And yeah, so I'll see if I can tighten it all up and try again. But I did have a look at that bloody 2-speed. I think I'm going to pull it out. It doesn't work. I can't get it working, so yeah. Alright, all back together. Went for a test drive. Goes really well again. Did adjust the 2-speed to a different setting, and now it's on all the time. So not sure if I'm going to bother with this 2-speed. Big job though. I'm going to have to rip all this apart again just to change that lay shaft. One thing I did notice, it's sitting really low, like really low. Was this body's not sitting right. It should be a lot lower at the back, but I think my my bracket's too high. And I can't get any more, like I can't get any droop off these arms because it's up against the chassis plate. I don't know if I really want to cut it or not. I don't know. I still want it to be usable as a Losi 5T in case I get sick of it and I want to put it back, or if I want to sell it. But this pipe is loud as, even the neighbour told me, came out, had a look. He didn't mind too much, but he goes, shit, that is the loudest RC I've ever heard. So realistically, this should be a lot lower, but if I go lower, it's already up against the pipe, and I've already cut that piece out because there's a piece like here, over here, which I cut out for the pipe. What to do? Ah, it looks a little bit better. Lower the front a bit. Well, I think this is it. It doesn't look the best, but I should really cut this off. But I made it so that this body actually sits closer to the guards. Before there was a massive gap. Now it's not so bad. It still leans a fair bit to the back. I'm gonna say they must cut that bit of chassis out for these shocks to work better, to get more height, because at the moment there's no droop whatsoever because it's up against the chassis. So, but yeah, she's pretty much done. Unfortunately, I have to take this stupid 2-speed out. It's just no good. No matter what I do to try to adjust it, it's no good. So I might just put some same gears as what's in the shorty. I think they're 55/19. I reckon that'll be beautiful. Unless I can go higher, go even taller. But I think 55/19 is good. And it should be it. Bloody hell. Oh, and I've got to get some wheels because I thought, oh, I'll just put these wheels just to see what it looks like. But it's still pretty low at the back. So, well, there's not much clearance. So, anyway, what do you do, eh? Like I said, this will be more for speed runs and that. See how it goes.